Our programs offer many languages. Please visit suprememastertv.com/schedule.
A return to modest fashion with Miss Tasleem Bulbulia. Continue watching to find out more.
كيف حالكم means how are you in Arabic, the official language of Syria. Creative viewers, I am Amal. The peace-loving people of Syria thank God for your benevolent spirit and devotion to protecting all of Earth's inhabitants. Welcome to our program, A Return to Modest Fashion with Miss Tasleem Bulbulia. Miss Tasleem Bulbulia is a successful fashion designer from South Africa and founder of Bulbulia Threads, a leading modest fashion brand. Modest fashion is a new clothing trend that strives to dress women stylishly and elegantly without the need to be revealing. In recent years, modest fashion has been a focal point of the world fashion stage. Modest fashion originally catered to women who wanted to be stylish but needed to dress conservatively due to religious and cultural reasons. Now, the fashion trend is embraced by women of all nationalities and backgrounds, growing into a multi-billion-dollar global industry. Our association members had the honor of meeting Ms. Tasleem Bulbulia and asked about her label and the emerging modest fashion movement.
Hello, Supreme Master TV viewers. My name is Tasleem Bulbulia and I'm the designer for Bulbulia Threads. It's a label I launched 2 years ago and we focus mostly on modest fashion. A lot of people don't know what modest fashion is. So modest fashion basically is fashion, but it's just not as revealing as your mainstream fashion. I find modest fashion also is appealing to people of all cultures, religions, etc. I think women of a certain age just prefer to cover up a little more. And so I've been a designer for 25 years and I've been mainstream for most of the time. And I used to have very young labels retailing nationwide in South Africa. But I think as I've gotten older as well, I've decided to focus more on the modest woman.
Modest fashion is not a new concept. People in ancient cultures, especially women, have been following modest dress styles for thousands of years. Ms. Bulbulia further elucidates the cultural and spiritual influences of her design.
I'm South African, and as we all know, South Africa is a melting pot of many diverse communities, religions, races, etc. And of course, my own background would be quite mixed. I'm part Malaysian, part Indian, part everything. So obviously, for me, first of all, I'm South African. And being African, of course, I have a point of view from South Africa. But I think the color influences also come from having Indian family background, as well as Malaysian or Indonesian. If you look at any of those cultures, they're all very bright and colorful. And for me, color is a celebration of life. I grew up in South Africa, a Western country, as a Muslim woman. And when I was growing up, we always just dressed more modestly than other people, but we still dress very fashionably. And I think when you're young, in a Western country, it's very difficult because the selection or what there is out there is not always in tune with what your religious beliefs are. So we've always had to layer and wear kinds of different stuff. But for me, when people say, when did modest fashion come about? Modest fashion's been around for millennia, forever. I mean, if you look at any of the old biblical stories, Mother Mary, so whether they're nuns or Jewish women or Muslim women, they've always covered up. Yes. Modesty. And for me, modesty is not only about covering up, because modesty goes beyond that. Yes. So modesty is a lifestyle.
Radiant viewers, we now pause for an important message. Please stay tuned to Supreme Master Television. Welcome back to our program about the famous fashion designer from South Africa, Ms. Tasleem Bulbulia. We continue our talk with Ms. Bulbulia about the special characteristics of her modest fashion design.
I love ruffles and I love femininity, but I also like sharp lines and tailoring. So it's a sharp contrast. So the underneath garment is just made out of a mesh, and it's just the way it's been cut in circles and the way it's been layered, so that we have lots of ruffles. And for me, it's just to contrast the color. So the bright green really picks up the little motif in the pattern, little green flowers. And I really have always loved the way that how elaborately African women can tie their turbans throughout the African continent. And when I go and do international shows, because I always want to show that I'm from Africa, from the continent, that's my way of showing through my modest fashion. But my point of difference is that we use turbans as opposed to the typical scarves that we tie. It's about celebrating ourselves as women. I love clothing, so the more I wear, the happier I am. But you can celebrate your femininity, even though you covered up. Because for me, I find that if I'm dressed appropriately, people pay attention to what I'm saying, more than what I look like or what I'm showing or not showing.
Ms. Tasleem uses her design talents to spread the Islam message of peace and love, a message that resonates across borders with all races and religions. She finds ways to incorporate this important motive into all her designs.
This is my peace print. It's an arabesque font, and it has obviously a peace sign. And what it says is peace and love. And the reason I chose that as a motif, the word Islam means peace and submission, and love, because really Islam is a religion of love. And so I just want to leave everybody with a positive message, and that's why I constantly wear my peace sign, peace out, peace in. And really it's just, to live life peacefully and to be at peace with all living creatures, be it the earth, the food we eat, the animals, the people we live with everybody. You need to be peaceful. I mean, that's really what we've been put on earth. And to find that commonality as opposed to keep finding what is different about us, but more often than not, as humanity, we're more similar to one another than we know. And I find that with my clients, because we always start the conversation and people go, what's modest wear? And I would say 80% of my clientele is not Muslim. And we're just so similar and have so much in common that it doesn't matter what we are. It just matters that we respect one another. And I think that's the most important thing.
In October 2018, Ms. Bulbulia showcased her designs at the African Fashion International, or AFI, Joburg Fashion Week 2018. Ms. Zoliswa is a model who was a part of the Fashion Week.
So Zoliswa, how do you feel wearing my clothes?
I feel so amazing. I feel like a woman that is respectable. That's why I love your garment a lot.
Thank you. So Zoliswa wasn't even part of our collection, our models, but she requested, she asked me, could I be in your show? And obviously that is a big compliment to me. I'm not somebody who follows trends. I just go with what I feel. And you know, I love celebrating life, so I think I'll continue in that vein.
In 2019, modest fashion weeks were held in many metropolitan cities, such as New York, London, Amsterdam, Dubai, and Nairobi, redefining elegance and beauty. Now, more and more designers are joining this fashion movement, incorporating diverse cultural values and influences to express the charm and loveliness of modesty. We thank Ms. Tasleem Bulbulia for pioneering the modest fashion trend. May your inspiring designs continue to empower women with beauty, elegance, and self-confidence.
Thank you for watching Supreme Master Television. I hope this has been uplifting, and I hope all you modest ladies out there go and find your inner modest.
For more information on Ms. Tasleem Bulbulia and her designs, please visit bulbuliathreads.com. Open-minded viewers, we hope you have enjoyed our program today, A Return to Modest Fashion with Ms. Tasleem Bulbulia. Up next is Running for Good, the Queen of Extreme, Fiona Oakes, Vegan, Part 5 of 5, right after noteworthy news. May your spiritual faith grow stronger with each day.
Our programs offer many languages. Please visit suprememastertv.com/schedule and suprememastertv.com/AJAR.
Nos programmes offrent plusieurs langues. Veuillez visiter suprememastertv.com/schedule et suprememastertv.com/AJAR.
Nuestros programas ofrecen varios idiomas. Visiten suprememastertv.com/schedule y suprememastertv.com/AJAR.
Rancangan kami menawarkan banyak bahasa. Sila kunjungi suprememastertv.com/kehadapan schedule dan suprememastertv.com/kehadapan AJAR.